Vinny Caravella.
Alex Navarro.
Are you ready to zail the Z's
The Z.
of cheese?
Disease of cheese.
The disease of cheese.
Womp, bomp, bomp. That's a Primus impression.
It is.
Womp, bomp, bomp.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yep,
My name is Mud.
I was on a boat, and I was sailing on the sea.
This is Sunless Sea. This is a game that is on Steam right now. It is from the team that made. It is from Fail Better Games. They made a game called Fallen London, which is a browser-based choose-your-own-adventure style thing. That
A city of 10,000 choices.
Yeah,
Stories.
It was a fairly popular thing. I hadn't really heard of it until this game came around. This is set in the same universe as that game, but this is a very different thing. This is a. How do I describe this? It is a sailing and exploration, narrative-focused game with permadeath.
Do you play the boat?
You play as the captain of the boat.
This is Jaws.
I haven't seen any sharks yet, so probably not. There have been some other things.
All right.
So the universe of Fallen London is very sort of steampunky alternate history stuff. In this case, Fallen London literally has sunk beneath some sort of underground thing, and there's this. That's the first time I've seen a shark. There you go.
Wow. Shark problems.
Yeah,
we solved them.
Maybe that's why the shark is so pissed, because someone put that shit on his face.
I've never muzzled a shark. What have I been doing with that? All right, you're saying London has fallen beneath the sea.
It's not even beneath the sea. It's like this big underground thing, and I don't really know what prompted this or what took place exactly. But so London is underground, and that's why you are in the Sunless Sea. There's this massive sort of ocean around, but there's no sun. There's no sun whatsoever. Underground. So basically, they took an already gloomy city, and then they took a gloom bazooka to it, and just made it the gloomiest fucking thing in the world. And shot
the sun with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But so in the context of Sunless Sea, you are a captain with a certain amount of flexibility in how you want your character to be.
And from what I understand, it's a very text-heavy game.
It is an extremely text-heavy game. So I'm not going to read everything that comes through here, but we'll get through some parts. So right now I'm choosing a past for my character. We're starting over, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The main thing with this game is that when your captain dies, you start again, but you have some connection to the previous captain, so you get some of their stuff, some of their items, some of their buffs, that kind of stuff, and that's how you kind of build yourself up over time.
And is it kind of how you have to do it?
Yeah, like so I'm playing one at home, and I died a whole bunch of times on that one. I've been playing on my Mac today, and I started a new one there. And somehow I've managed to make it like 3 full voyages without dying, which is the furthest I've gone with anyone yet. I'm just starting to kind of figure out how this game, how you're successful at it.
Okay.
But here, so we're creating a new character.
Your backstory.
So we do. We have a certain amount of flexibility in what we want our backstory to be. Do we want to be a street urchin?
I see. Okay, and it's just bonuses, basically.
Yeah, so subtlety and evasion. Poet gives you trickery and knowledge. This gives you causing direct damage when you're fighting stuff, which is not a bad thing to have by any stretch. Healing and morale, and detection and perception. Okay. Now, the thing I have had a little trouble with so far is figuring out what all these stat bonuses actually do.
Sure, I mean, causing direct damage, that's pretty...
That's the very obvious one. So actually, we're just going to go with that now, because that's just an easy one to figure out. Yeah, it's like I've been reading up and I've figured out a little bit about what some things mean and others don't, but it's like this terror is one of the things you have to keep in mind when you're sailing around. That goes up when you're in the darkness. Okay. And there isn't light around. Hunger is just, your crew has to eat as you go along. This is your engine, fuel. Yep. And some of these things tie into how those things are drained or go up, that kind of stuff.
Is that crew at the top now?
So this is your crew. So you have these officers right now.
Shady Cook.
I have one officer who is a Shady Cook. Gives me 1 heart, and I have this mascot, which is a Comatose Ferret.
Okay. I was wondering what that was, but
yeah.
Okay.
Now I can. What is my ambition? Why am I here?
You're here because of your father's bones, obviously.
My father was lost at Z.
You've lost at Z, yes.
Z is the way they say C in this game. Okay. In fact, Z is used in place of S in a lot of different random words. I'm not really sure what's up with that.
Makes total sense.
Otherwise, I could, I want to be a storyteller, or I can just make a lot of money.
Your father's bones.
I like my father's bones too, so we're gonna go with that. I have to find where he died and bring him home. Okay. So that is an objective that I have now. So here's the last few things. How do I want to be addressed? Oh. How should I be addressed, Vinny?
My lord.
My lord? Okay. So in theory, I'm maybe a little slightly more haughty fellow. We have a variety of different portraits we can choose from.
Oh, I like that guy, a third in from the right bottom row.
This one?
There you go. I want him addressed as my lord. Does the other guy have headphones on to the left of him? Oh, one more. Oh, okay.
No, it's...
Yes, that's your man.
That's my man?
That's
All
your
right.
man.
Now, what shall my captain name be?
Oh, I don't know. Captain, yes.
Why not?
Yep. Your father's bones are... They're right there.
Yeah, we found them. Game over. Good work. So while I'm here in Fallen London, there are a few things I can do. If I wanted to worry about lodgings, I could go to a hotel. That costs a little money. That takes down your terror rating.
Are you in the game now?
This is the game.
Okay.
We're in the beginnings of this. There's nothing really there for me to do right this second. In London, this is my currency. Echoes are the money.
Sure.
While I'm here, I have these journal entries, which sort of give me... I'm just going to disable the tutorial because I kind of know most of this stuff.
I don't think those are all of Captain Beefheart's accomplishments, but sure.
At the moment, yes.
Come on.
I know something of the Untersee. That's all I know. And that's kind of just these are the real basic stuff that I have right now. These are my officers. Here are the shops that I can go to if I want to buy some stuff. I have been able to buy very little because in most of my runs thus far, I've been making just enough money to resupply my ship.
Sure, there's a bare minimum here.
Yeah. This is the main stuff that you will need. I'm going to sell my advice for captains because I don't really feel like I need that right this second. But that gives you like hints, and you can kind of dig into that to be like, what does this mean? What does that do?
Okay, and you
I've been reading a lot of it.
Is there a lot of it?
There's a fair amount, and I don't completely understand all of it yet, but I've been, there's something to it. So we'll just add a few supplies, maybe one more fuel, and I don't think there's anything I can do to add more crew yet.
What will crew get you?
Crew helps, the more crew you have, your ship goes faster. Okay. It seems like it has an impact on how your ship performs.
So right now it's Captain Beefheart and the Shady Cook, which I believe was their third album.
Yeah, okay. And the Comatose Ferret was their number one single off the album. So we're gonna launch.
Hear through a fly's ear.
But before I launch, so right now here's the map. I can see nothing yet. The idea is every time I go out on a voyage, I'm trying to find new places to go, new things to discover. Sometimes you're running missions for specific people. You're trying to drop someone somewhere in particular. You have to find that place first.
So do you keep the explored map from captain to captain?
I don't know. I think it randomly regenerates the map.
Oh, okay. So it's new. It's fresh every time.
So the idea is there are certain areas that are always to certain directions. Like they say, this place is usually to the northwest or the northeast, but you still have to go looking for it.
Okay.
Right now, we don't have anything in particular we're doing, so we're just going to go take a look around and
you gotta find your father's bones.
Well, that as well. So here's what I got right here. This is my light. This actually drains fuel when you're using it.
What a bummer.
So you can kind of have to be a little bit sparing when you use that. But not having your light on also makes your terror go up faster.
Got it.
I can repair the ship. What's that?
Are there areas that are so dark you want your light on?
Yeah, kind of. Okay. And especially in battle, it's good to have it because that gives you like an accuracy bonus.
Gotcha.
This is if I needed to repair my ship, I could use that. This is if I want a full power to the engines, which is, you burn more fuel, obviously, and sometimes if you really push it, your engines will explode.
Okay.
You don't want that. That's the chart. And then this is my Z-Bat, which will sometimes do a quick little search around, see if there are any islands nearby that I haven't been to.
Is that an animal?
I believe so.
Okay.
So Hunter's Keep is some distance to the northeast, so there's something up there.
Is that an enemy over there?
This is not. This is just a light ship.
Just a guy doing his patrol?
Yeah, and so anywhere where these little circles are, these are places I can dock.
And trade or something?
Yeah, so, I'm actually just gonna dock here real fast. I don't think I can do anything here, but I'm just gonna see what's up with these folks at the light ship.
So what, your terror is going up slowly?
Very slowly, yeah. Right now, there's not much to worry about. So here's this light ship. I could purchase a little fuel. It's twice the usual price, though. I don't really need it.
Yeah, that's price
gouging. I'm gonna skip it. So nothing there that I need right now.
So do you think having a little more knowledge of the fallen London universe would...
Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do.
...help you out here?
I think it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Not necessarily knowing anything going in.
Like they don't set it up with a kind of prologue, like
No.
in the year 1850.
No, what you just saw is the opening to the game. And I also could speed this up a little bit, but I kind of don't want to like burn through all my fuel. But this is kind of the pace of the game.
Sure.
Like you're just kind of moving around, looking at stuff. You're just trying to kind of fill in this map here and see what's out here.
It's a fairly large map.
It is a fairly large map. There's a fair amount of stuff out there.
Looks like you're going to run out. Oh, is each
thing
unit is a bar?
drains the bar?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And every time this gets up to 50% or whatever, that's when you eat.
Okay.
And then if it goes over that, that's when things like cannibalism start coming into play.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you don't want that. And now we have the Under Siege soundtrack playing here.
Yep. Well, you do have a Shady Cook.
Okay, that is not something I can fight. That is a giant crab with a lot of health. I don't want to get...
What's that thing in the water?
That's just like a light beacon.
Okay.
So like if I sail into this, I have more light, which is good. However, this thing is a nightmare, so I'm going to speed away with much haste. Hopefully this thing will not get me. I don't know, we'll see. I'm keeping the light off so I don't aggro it accidentally. But over here, there's an island I can go to.
You're not going to get off this ship, right?
Like, you mean walk around third-person game? No, that does not ever happen. That is not how this game goes.
Do you have to actually dock at the dock?
Yes. And so each time you discover a new thing, you see these 50 fragments gained. This is all this is what you're collecting. Like you're trying to get these fragments to gain secrets and other sorts of things. Like you're basically just trying to build your knowledge of the world and earn like favors from the admirals and all sorts of it. Like it's a fairly complicated array of things you're doing here. So this is Hunter's Keep. This is just an island out here. I will present myself at the house.
Oh, hi.
Who's out here? I am now acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep.
Yeah, text heavy.
Yeah. The writing is good.
Yeah.
Like that to me so far has been the highlight of the game is that the script is really good. It's just dense. Like there's a lot of text to get through.
Seems like something you want to take your time with.
Yes. So I could have luncheon with one of the three sisters. I'm going to go with Lucy here, who is sunny, restless, and prone to giggles.
Okay.
Just like me. Well, not sunny.
She tells you a crazy tale.
Yeah, so she tells me a crazy story. I lost some hunger, gained supplies. I now have the gods of the Z stone's attention.
Okay.
I lost a little terror, and I'm now more acquainted. Is there anything else I can do here? They're not receiving visitors right now. I can kind of reconnoiter the island.
Yeah.
So I have a port report, which I can actually turn in London to the admirals.
For like, hey, I found this thing out.
And they will give you money for that stuff.
A little mercenary.
Yeah. So, all right, we are here. Now we can launch out of here.
Have you beaten the game?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't. I've spent about 4 hours playing it. A lot of repeated deaths early on because I had really no idea what I was doing going into this, and this is not a game that really benefits from just like kind of blindly jumping into it.
Sure. Is it a lot of just resource management?
It is a lot of resource management, like making sure you're not so far from home that you can't get back if you need to.
Is there any quick travel to get back?
No.
So you've got to putt your way back home each time?
Yep.
Wow.
At least that's been my experience so
far.
What
about those
are bats.
over
those
there?
are bats. I can just kill these bats. Okay, so now I'm in battle. I don't have a deck weapon, unfortunately.
Oh no!
So I can't actually fight these.
Okay, forget
that's
the
bad.
Z-bats. How about this guy?
This guy's a pirate, so that's even worse. This is all bad.
Full speed ahead!
I didn't realize I didn't have a deck weapon.
You have to buy one?
So the few times I've started this game, I had one to start. This time...
Oh, geez.
I did not.
That guy's got a deck weapon.
Fortunately, I don't. I've still got plenty of hull at the moment. I'm going to speed up a little bit.
Sure.
And turn the light off. See if we can get out of here.
Maybe those bats will go after
I think those bats have kind of given up. Pirate's still coming after me, but whatever.
Hey, you're cooking now. You can move a little fast.
Yeah, I can move a little faster. It drains your fuel a lot faster, so I tend not to do that. All right, so we're back in the general area, all clear. I should probably buy a gun at some point.
Okay, come on, man. We're in neutral territory here.
So we'll sail a little bit south, then we'll go back to London. We'll buy a gun, and we'll.
Do you have money for it?
I have some money. I maybe don't have enough yet for that, but we'll see.
How about that? Is that money?
No, that is a. That's like a
radioactive crab.
Auroral megalops.
Oh, obviously.
So that's just a monster you can fight if you want. Oh wait,
as big as a man.
I do have a gun. What was happening earlier? Why couldn't I shoot?
I don't know.
That was super weird.
I don't know.
Okay, so I do have a gun. That was okay. That was really confusing. Like it just wasn't. Like I was going at those bats head on, and it was not coming up, which is the first time I've seen that.
Sure, there's a logical explanation for it. Yeah. That guy's only got 3 health left. Yes. Got him. And now you've added the megalops into your.
Yeah, so I can either butcher it for food supplies, or I can dissect it for a very modest challenge. I'm gonna say, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, it's not dead!
Oh, that's not good.
So to work with your knives and acids, and it flops unexpectedly into life.
Okay, so I got nothing out of it, but I also, I didn't die, so that's good.
Does that seem like stuff like that is random?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, so what that said was that I had, based on what I had thus far, I had a 75% chance of that working.
Oh, got it.
It just didn't work out that time.
Then you get your RNG.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's Mutton Island, which is another place. We can go take a look here.
Mutton good there.
Dock here, see what's going on.
Oh, Quaker's Haven.
There's some of the places in this game are real weird. Like one of the places I've been to a few times is a tomb colony.
What does that mean?
It's like all these sort of leper-looking people in bandages who I think might just be corpses that are alive.
Wow.
And you can go like drop them off there. All right, so Quaker's Haven. Once the simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. So I think part of the city is just straight up underwater also. Shall we have drinks at the Cock and Magpie?
You definitely should.
I've lost 20
Echoes.
Money. I also lost 1 terror, so I'm still in pretty good shape as far as that stuff goes. I could pick up a Wretched Mog, which is a new mascot. I'm not going to do that. I can explore the shore, chat with the fishermen, visit the hilltop above town. I'm going to do that.
16 fragment.
Yeah. I succeeded in that challenge. I've gained terror for some reason.
Well, it was pretty scary up there.
Standing up
Caves around the island.
As you watch the smoke tilts, the sudden wind thins to a pencil smudge. Like it's just it is really well written.
There's a style.
You just kind of have to be patient with it because everything in this game moves so slowly. You kind of, if you're looking for something that's like real fast action, this is not it.
That's not what they say about me. I'm not a fast action kind of guy. Slow and steady.
Well, then this is the game for you, man.
Slow acting tonight.
Slow pouring Caravella.
Take it easy. Slow it down. You know what? Slow down a little bit there, Alex.
Slow ride. Take it easy.
How long has each session lasted for you?
I mean, early on, I was dying pretty fast. Like, I would get maybe 1 voyage in, and then the next one, I would just either run out of fuel or food or something, and something bad would happen. I would say, like I said, I've played this about 4 hours. I've probably gone in about 6 times now. So like sometimes it's shorter than decent. It can be a decent amount of time, yeah.
But you have yet to have a voyage or a session where you saved out and you were still alive?
No, I mean, so today, like the version I started over with earlier, I have managed to survive so far.
Oh, so far. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you meant you just made it through a couple of voyages.
Yeah.
Got it. And you're gonna take out this Molopolis.
Yeah, might as well.
Mart.
It's right there.
Mantropolis.
Come on.
Arm the cannon.
Okay, so yeah, see, like my weapon's working now, which is super weird that it wasn't before.
Oh.
Oh, he went under the water.
Nice.
Got him.
Do it.
Dissect again?
Yeah.
Got it.
Nice.
Nice work.
Yeah. Hey, you're the captain.
All right, so there's this canal down here. I'm not gonna go there right now. I don't necessarily have enough fuel to screw around down here too much.
So are you just gonna kind of head back at this point?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back in the direction of
make your way back.
Main London port. Drop off some of these things that I found.
Get a little Good little R&R.
Yeah, a little refill of stuff. And then maybe on the next one, we'll just intentionally run out of food and fuel and just let terrible things happen.
When does the ferret go down? Is the ferret the first to go?
What do you do with the drunken ferret?
Put him on the ship, apparently. Put him to work.
He's just sleeping.
His heart's +1.
He's just real tired. Yeah, I think that the indication there is, well, it's alive. So
like
that is a bonus of sorts, I guess. And like the cook fellow here, he gives you a heart bonus as well.
But you can get other crew.
You can. I've seen other mascots. I haven't really seen too much in the way of other crew members yet. Haven't really run into too many of them yet.
So not necessarily like, it would not be accurate to describe this as like an FTL at sea. That is not really.
I think it has some elements of that. But yeah, I wouldn't say that's not the full way I would describe it.
For it.
It's a little bit more narrative than that.
Right.
And it's also paced very differently.
Feels like it.
Like FTL moves.
Yeah.
Like that's a game that is brisk despite the fact that it is mostly just text and combat.
And the battles are just paced very differently.
Yeah, this is much more methodical, which I think some people will like. I maybe it's not my favorite thing, but I got messages. Another day, a free evening. Something has changed.
You don't know if this has come to any like mobile device.
Not that I'm aware of. As far as I know, it's just on PC right now. Okay, so hey, someone wants to talk to me.
Hey.
Oh, that guy seems trustworthy.
Except
his mentor is very fond of adventurous Z captains. A dispensation. What is this dude about? A very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river.
Oh, he looks very trustworthy.
Yeah, there's nothing about this guy that bothers me in the slightest, so I'm totally going to accept this. So that gave me 10 fuel, 5 supplies. So I'm actually pretty well stocked right now.
Great.
But while I'm here, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to go to the Admiralty's office. I'm going to give them these reports that I've made. So when you go to these places, you get these doc reports when you explore, and you get stuff.
Is there any reason for not turning it in?
No, you should definitely turn those in because they give you favors also. And favors are useful because they're like discounts on things like ship repairs and stuff like that I've found. Talking about Quaker's Haven, even more stuff. So I'm actually pretty well stocked here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good run.
So it's gonna take a while for me to make my people starve, but we're gonna do it. Damn it!
Well,
I could just sell everything. I don't know.
Well, you could run it full burn.
Yeah. Anything they need? Yeah. Iron Misery Company funging station somewhere not far from home waters. Okay. So that's what they would like me to go do.
Go find this funging station.
I'm gonna very briefly read the morning paper here. Lose a little tiny bit of terror.
Your terror did go up quite a decent amount.
I got recent news. I could also rest, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay.
What's under officers at the tab?
Right now, there's not really anything.
Okay, those are just your guys. Got it.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else.
London!
Carouse in the wolf stack docks. What's happening here? Might run into trouble or romance. Recent news. Lost 10 Echo. I was fortunate.
Oh, you
I lost 5 terror.
Hey.
Yeah. Now, who should I get together with? A likely lass, a dapper chap, someone whose name you do not afterwards recall.
Don't take the helmet off.
Okay, so we're gonna say don't remember.
And you lost 2 terror.
Yeah. That's what love does, man. So here's our tomb colonist fellow. Let's take that.
Oh, there's a new recruit at the bottom there too.
Okay, let's do that then. New recruit.
Nobody. Up.
Zaylor.
Okay.
All right, so I got one more person added to my crew. No officers, but I got a new crew member, which is good. All right, so now we've got this stuff. I have a passenger on board that wants to go up to the tomb colony, so we're actually going to head up in that direction right now.
Off we go. Full steam ahead.
We got 10 supplies. We got 18 fuel. Like we're in good shape right now.
Kicking it.
Speed up a little bit. Now, if I do this will actually make me go in faster, but that's what turns my engine temperature up and also causes it maybe to explode.
It just gets more and more red.
Yeah.
And so you're heading in the general direction that
Yeah, I know that's, just from previous experience, I know that stuff is sort of to the north, so I'm going to head in that direction. First I'm going to stop off at Hunter's Keep and maybe see if a different sister wants to talk to me. Because you can keep getting reports, I think, from these different places and keep turning them in. So like you're just kind of keeping them apprised of what's going on in these other places.
Oh, got it. You're kind of like the local newsman.
Yeah.
Local gossip. I turned up the audio a little bit. I want to hear that boat chug.
Chuggle it, chuggle it, chuggle it, chuggle it. Which weird sister should I talk to now?
Phoebe.
They're not receiving visitors right now.
Parlor's empty.
That's
Sorry, ladies.
News.
What news? You no longer have any of this recent news.
Oh, I've been invited to lunch now. All right, so should I talk to Cynthia or Phoebe?
Phoebe!
Phoebe. Soft voice, watchful, unpredictable.
Uh-huh. He has a story.
Phoebe has a story to tell of two lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon.
Oh.
She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song she can only hear. The effect is hypnotic.
Great. You're gonna like lose a kidney.
Yeah, some bad stuff seems like it might happen. But anyway, so okay, so lost some terror, lost 32 hunger. The Gods of Z, Storm's attention quality is now, which
okay.
Occasionally it feels a little off, but it's, yeah. Memory of Distant Shores, supplies. Now we can just, anything else I can do here? Check the island out again. I have another port report for this place.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back on the road. Water.
Sure.
Water road. The water road.
Can you use your Z-Bat whenever you want?
Yeah. I can just do that right now. And there's like this very tiny cooldown for it, but that's it.
Basically a ping.
Yeah. One ping only. One bat.
So we're looking for Tomb.
So Vanderblight is a long way to the
heads
northwest.
Heads
Yep,
up.
I see him. Oh, you want a piece? Oh, the bat swarm and the friggin' boat.
Wait, what's going on? How come you're not even gun anymore?
Yeah, this is the thing I was having before.
Maybe bat swarms make your gun go away?
I don't know. That's not a thing I've had a problem with before. Okay, so something weird is going on here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who it's trying to. I think it's after the bats, right?
Might be.
Okay, there we go.
Damn, we hit that bat swarm. Bats are dead.
Now I got this pirate ship, which, like, fuck these guys. Let's just kill them too. Now that my gun is actually working. I think what was happening was that, like, it couldn't figure out what I was trying to aggro, so like it just
yeah, like you'd have to like click on the target or something.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
All right, so I killed the pirate. A cache of curiosities. Let's see what's going on in there.
Ooh, a key.
Bolts of spider silk. And that's it. Okay.
Oh, it's like wow.
And let's see what's over here with these this bat blood floating in the water.
I like when the music kicks in.
Yeah, it's nice. Like I like the soundtrack a lot.
Uh-oh.
Your cook is outraged. One of the tomb colonists has woken from his coffin rest and found his way to the stores. When the cook came across him, he had already consumed a half wheel of cheese and an alarming quantity of sway. Sweat.
Swit.
I'm not gonna flee him. I'm gonna return him to the hold.
What?
I only lost one supply. It's not that big of a deal. Plus, if I want to be real creepy, I could totally turn this into food if I want to. The bat blood.
Oh yeah.
It would also reduce my terror if I just disposed of them, but, you know, I did just lose a thing, so I'm just gonna go. All right, so let's look at the chart. Just keep heading north right now.
Can you zoom in here?
No.
Okay.
This is the view you get. So this is, I think we're actually relatively close to the to the tomb colony.
So, like you said, the map generally is randomized.
Yeah, it seems like it's mostly the islands that kind of get shuffled around.
Okay.
The stuff that's like kind of on mainland is mostly seem to be in the same place each time.
What's that mean?
Let's see. I discovered Hornsman Stag. I have gained a secret. Speak to your officers to improve your abilities. Okay, let's see if I can do that. I'd like to speak to you.
Hey, it doesn't look so bad.
Should I spend a secret to increase my hearts?
Sure. Your hearts are your health, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. It's not your hull, because your hull is this. But what do you want from life, dude? Scully.
What does that mean?
Sea of lilies.
Oh.
He licks his lips very slowly. Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to our friend the Shady Cook. All right, and we're here, I think. Dock.
Uh-oh.
Passenger's been drinking. Ahoy, she chortles. Defend yourself. I took her down.
Okay.
So I gained a new iron. I lost a tomb colonist. I've gained 2 supplies. Succeeded in a challenge. Did exactly what I need to do. All right, so I got an outlandish artifact, which is something I think I can trade in later on.
Outlandish!
And are we going back to the Gilbert Gottfried bit?
No. Sorry, I just fall back sometimes.
So we can see what's going on in the tomb colony of Venderbite here.
Why is that one locked?
Because I don't have enough enough of the right stuff
I see.
to do this. 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. Oh, this seems like a real pleasant place. Let's explore Venderbite a little bit.
Huh. Seems interesting. Like there's some good lore going on here.
Yeah, this is definitely a game where if you're into the background and the lore and stuff like that, this is what you're here for.
Yeah.
Like I said, it is not it's not action packed. How did I lose 12 supplies? What just happened?
You clicked. There's a heavy click. You're trying to figure out what happened. Making
trying to figure out
sense of what happened.
Yeah, but so yeah, I just apparently. So now I have 12 tomb colonists to 3 destinations.
This is what happens when you put Shady Cook in charge.
Oh boy! All right. So mouse over your objective, tomb colonists.
What if you go to your journal? Will that tell you the last thing that happened? Yeah, no, it looks like maybe.
These are just my
Yeah,
accomplishments
it's not
up here.
like a.
Yeah, I've had a
transcript.
little bit of a hard time kind of figuring out where exactly everything is in some of these menus. It's been a little hard to figure out a few things. I'm going to sell a little bit of fuel because I have plenty. And I'm going to buy some supplies. I'm really not getting very much for this fuel, am I?
Nobody wants old fuel.
At least then I'll have like 1 supply, if nothing else. All right.
Oh, I saw some bats.
There are some bats out here.
Bats be good eating.
They are eating of a fashion, yes. All right, here we go. Eat these bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need this. So
Don't be
that's
so scared.
all right. So we're just gonna go back to London now because I mean, unless you want to see what happens when everyone starves.
Yeah, let's see what happens when everyone starves.
All right.
You know that's always my. We don't have to ask.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's kind of my go-to. Tana Chok.
So the one thing I haven't seen yet is what happens when you fill up your terror, because I've mostly died before that has happened. But I think insanity is one of those things that can kind of happen to you here. We'll just dispose of those.
Like Shady Cook starts throwing food over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna leave the light on. We're just gonna go as fast as humanly possible.
Okay.
Gonna turn the engines up. Just crank this shit. Let's go.
We'll leave the
Let's
light
go.
on for you. Are those rocks there? Or are you gonna crash into?
Those are not rocks. Those are. This is like kind of undersea, just
Rubble?
stuff. Like these are rocks up here. Like this
yeah.
is all parts of islands and stuff.
Oh, listen to that engine go.
Oh, don't want to deal with that.
What is it?
That is a.
Iceberg.
No, it's a lifeberg.
It's Lifeberg, yeah.
That is a sentient iceberg that tries to kill you.
What?
You do not want to mess with that
Is
thing.
it mechanical? Would you say it's like a mechberg?
It is not like a mechberg. It does not know anything about driving games. unfortunately. So it is nowhere near as good as a mechberg.
All right, Lifeberg. We'll see you later. So you need to turn your engines off before they explode, though. Oh, it stopped.
Well, I de-escalated that stuff. Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away!
Oh, you're almost near.
I don't care. I'm just sailing all over the place now. I don't really. Okay.
Your food, you were out.
Oh yeah. So this is my last supply. I have nothing left after this. So I'm just gonna.
Can you actually crash? Like you take damage?
You do take damage if you just run straight into a rock or something.
Uh-oh.
Got a couple of these guys. A couple of crabs.
What happens when you run out of fuel?
You are stranded. And if you have flares, I think you can possibly signal to other ships to maybe come help you. I've seen that flares are something you can buy. The one time I got stranded, no one came to help because I didn't have any flares.
You just had to sit there and
it just went bad.
Oh.
The crew eventually just sort of devoured one another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. We're going to open water here. Get off!
Get away, you jerks.
Seems like a pretty rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
Old underground London.
The Untersee. Ooh, you push your engines too far. Sailors scream, flames rage. Do what you can, quickly.
What does that mean?
We have lost 3 crew.
Oh, okay.
I have lost 8 hull.
All right.
So, didn't go well. This is another one of those like light ship things I could go to if I really wanted to, but right now I don't. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to get to the whole cannibalism aspect.
Sure,
of
you're
things.
trying to make things go bad.
Yeah. Oh, foggy.
In foggy London town, the ship was. Yeah, I like this music when it kicks in.
It is. It's nice. I wish it was there a little more. I mean, there's sometimes it adds to the creepiness of it just being dead silent except for the sound of your engine.
Sure.
But you know, I kind of like the qualities of the music, especially when it starts getting all under siege on you.
Have you hit like the boundaries of the map?
So I ended up in a situation once where I ended up getting teleported all the way to this corner.
Because you went the other way?
Well, no, it was a thing involving the Z gods, and it somehow ended me back there. But I have not really gone to the other edges. Like most times, I have not really been able to get far enough to do that.
It's just not scroll anymore. Is that the extent of it?
There is. I mean, I think you just hit a limit of where you can go.
Not like a waterfall into the. Whoa.
Not that I'm aware of. My crew needs provisions. Oh no.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
What is down here? Oh, this looks terrifying.
Beetle Island.
Some
It's
stuff
under
down.
construction. It's not going to open yet. They're building a spaceship out of here.
The Salt Lions. So I could dock here if I want to see what's going on.
Eh.
You don't want to see what's going on?
Not Salt Lions.
All right. Not even at Zeal Port.
No. Oh yeah. I
What's
remember
happening
that.
over here?
Look at that little ship. Little Enterprise over there.
What is that?
Oh, it's a little jellyflower.
Casey Ryback is building bombs in the kitchen. Tommy Lee Jones is doing something weird. Sorry, I watched Under Siege the other day, and this track in particular is just sticking with me. It sounds so much like the soundtrack to that movie.
Under Siege have a sequel?
Yes. Dark Territory. Okay. It's on a train. It's Under Siege on a train.
Oh, I think I saw that. But
it's not bad.
Is he a cook on a train?
No, he's on the train with his niece or daughter or something.
That guy's hitting you.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep going in the other direction. That guy's just like, hey, just so you know.
It's my territory.
It's my territory.
Salt Lions, motherfucker.
Stay out.
It's me.
I'm also very low on fuel at the moment. My crew needs provisions. No, my crew needs to start eating itself. That's what it needs to do. How am I doing with the chart here? So this is all like the air territory I've explored here.
Seems like you can go a fair distance. I mean, you'd never make it back at this point.
No.
Let's, You're missing a guy. Oh, that's a great picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
we should definitely try this high-risk challenge,
yeah,
right?
definitely. You passed?
No, I failed.
Oh.
So I lost a crew, gained 10 terror. Did not go well. So I'm down to 5 crew now.
So something mysterious is happening aboard the good
Yeah.
ship Lollipop.
Possibly people eating other people.
Nah. You're close to the salt. Oh, you're getting further away from the salt lines. Uh-oh. That guy's not gonna find anything.
That is a strong pirate. I do not want to deal with a strong pirate.
Well, if you keep this up, your ship will just become haunted like a ghost ship.
Yes.
And then he'll board it and have a terrible day.
Yeah, and then Juliana Margulies will show up, and people will get bisected in the middle with the giant wire.
And that'll be the one good scene from that movie.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, from this
Yes.
drama we're creating.
Wait, here we go. More. We should definitely start being cannibals. I don't see why that would be a problem.
Yeah.
So I now have this menace, which means I'm unaccountably peckish.
What does that mean?
That means I'll eat anything. Like people.
Like people. So this is all past that. So if you reach, that bar reaches the end, I assume everybody dies of your hunger meter?
Yeah, I think so. Like once you run out of crew, and you know it's gonna get worse here as I keep chugging along.
As you run out of fuel and become stranded?
Yeah. Full power to the engines. Let's just blow through this right now. Oh, great, another one of these guys. This might actually just kill me, because I don't have much
9 hull.
Yeah, I have like 8 hull, which is not a great way to go.
You got this. Throw crew at him.
Throw a cannibal at him.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
That's the end of that.
Yeah, shipwrecked. Your ship foundered.
So I'm dead now. Perhaps I'll be remembering song. Probably not.
Nobody's gonna sing
Captain
it.
Beefheart didn't really do very much, honestly.
What? He had like 4 good
So
albums.
Captain Beefheart is dead. Legacies, none of these didn't really do very much. So for the next one, none of these are unlocked yet. But oh wait, no, I can't. There we go. That's what it is. So I can choose what I want to get from this. Do I want 50% of their iron value in one weapon? 50% of their mirrors value and their money. I didn't really have any money, so none of that really matters very much. Hearts value in one officer. So I can get like an extra officer if I want.
Oh, you gotta get the cook?
I could. Do I want the shipmate? Do I want the rival? What should I do?
You want the cannon. I always take the cannon,
Yeah,
right?
fair enough. So I get the weapon back, and you know that's the.
Got it.
And then
That's
I
the
just kind of
legacy.
start right back over.
Got it.
And that's the basic premise of the game. You know, it's a lot.
What's this going for?
Oh god, I've totally forgotten. I want to say it's like $15, but
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain about that.
Like on Steam?
Yeah, it's not terribly expensive, and you know, I think if you're into just the lore of what they're doing here, there's a lot to it, and it's worth exploring. If you want something that's a little more briskly paced, this is not the game for you.
Sure, but I'm sure I can go hit some like Wikipedia page or something and find out about the universe this is in. What's it called again?
Fallen London.
Fallen London.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Vinny.